Oh, looks like we are online here. Let's see. So how do we do this? YouTube live control panel. I should have a chat. Oh, welcome to live chat. So I'm going to type into chat here. Welcome to. Oops. Well, we don't want that. Well, actually, that would be correct. Welcome to this channel. Welcome to Anagalactic. Now, I actually have no idea if there's anybody out there listening, but it is nice to know that this worked as planned. At least we have an excellent connection, it says. And I've typed in welcome to Anagalactic. All right. I just woke up from a nap, but I would not have missed this for the world. Well, if there's anybody there, feel free to type in at any time. Concurrent viewers still says 0. Now, this can last for as long as we all like. In this case, I'm talking to myself, so this can last as long as I like. I just find this fascinating. I'm not a pro at this. Well, pretty obvious. I'm going to turn that off. So it's just I. Now the chat does appear in the studio interface. So if you type, I am going to attempt to connect with this using my cell phone. Just realized I do have this capacity. I may not look my best because of allergies. This is cheap. And the hot season just started, so the allergies are kind of dominating my personal life at this time. I hope the allergies are not dominating your life in any way. And we do have a presentation here, so that even if nobody does show up, there will be a presentation. Now, this doesn't require that viewers arrive exactly at 7. And now it's 7:03. We've been going for 3 minutes, as far as I can tell. And this will be my attempt to connect using my own second computer, I guess you would have to say. Chat rate is way down here. Just going to type in something. See if that produces. In fact, let's have a. By George, there sure are a lot of emoticons. Particularly good here. So, well, I suppose we can have an animal. What kind of animal do we all like? We hope it's not a dodo or a turkey. Well, something from under the sea. Oh, there's several bugs. Well, I hope there's a palm tree. Oh, looks more like a hydra. I don't like that palm tree. Perhaps some food. I get really involved with emoticons because I have a high linguistic capacity. I actually don't have a very high mathematical aptitude, at least according to one test. Well, now that does look like a palm tree. Well, hey, how about the good old Earth? There. Now. Yeah. All right, so what I have today to present, pardon me, though I am going to try to link to this because this should be live. I'm fairly certain I wouldn't be able to do this with the same computer, but let's just look anyway. YouTube. In fact, this will help confirm that at least things are going somewhat correctly. I'm going to look for my own channel here. I've done this several times, try to find my own channel. And AEIOU, you see, the thing trains itself, so it may give me a good option. AEIOU Anagalactic, I think worked once. No. There are a lot of songs about learning the vowels, but nothing about my channel. Well, Science and Religion, presenting that was 9 days ago. I'm going to click on that. You tell a big lie. And then stop there. Go to AEIOU. And now it says that we're live. Now I'm going to click on that and see if I get feedback. And now it says that we're live. Okay. I'm going to click on that and see if I get feedback. Well, now it says that there's... Okay, this is how you type. And now it says that we're live. Okay. Click on that and see if I get feedback. Well, now it says that there's... Okay, this is how you type. And now it says that we're live. Okay. Click on that and see if I get feedback. Now it says that there's... Okay, this is how you type. All right, so it's live. I need to edit this. Edit video because it says 1:20 p.m. Well, this may not have been the best first shot, but this will help. Live. So that does say public, so all should be well, thus far anyway. Well, that's encouraging. And now I'm going to go to content. Anagalactic Livestream. It does say this is live. Content, visibility. Ooh. Public. Apply. Maybe we want type. Live. Okay, let's find live. God, it's very disappointing, isn't it? Views 2. Live viewers, well, I think that might be myself. I'm going to switch over to this now. And see if this plays. I don't know why it would not. It just did. See how that would have changed anything. Oh, I have no idea what just went wrong there. I think I need to adjust here. It says live now. All right, well, we do have a viewer here. Hello, Tim. I guess hit return. Oh, well, that's my very first. Thank you so much, Tim. I'm glad you're here. I have experienced some, as always, some unexpected. Well, that's why we have the shakedown cruise, as they say. Well, I can see you typing in, and I see that I responded. There is a 10 to 15 second lag for reasons which are known, so I know that that's not unusual. I can see myself in the studio feedback window, but anything I say or do entails about a 10-second lag before it appears on that inset screen. Well, for the first 15 minutes, went all right. Oh, my goodness. All right. Did it take long before you see my reply? Well, that's quite encouraging. I mean, if nothing at all had happened, I would be quite worried. But something did happen, like Tim Wilk is here. That's a few seconds. Okay, thank you very much for that feedback. And now I don't really know quite what else to do. The whole point of this was to make sure it's going to work at all. As I've been explaining to some of my viewers for over a year now, who got very excited when I made a successful test about a year ago, but then I encountered a financial pothole that forced me to Wi-Fi in order to save, well, about $50 a month. But now, by, I'll just say, a very good turn of fortune, I have a broadband connection. It is possible, apparently, to make a Wi-Fi connection work, but it's not recommended, and it didn't work very well for me, so I gave up on that, which was quite disheartening because everybody was all set. I mean, I actually had some viewership at that time. At this time, I think I have about the same viewership, so in other words, no progress, but from my aspect, everything's going well. Both at the station, which is not, can't say it's really hitting the charts, you know what I mean? But a lot of that is because I have not released the paper. And the paper is what makes science, really. You have to have a paper because that is just the way information is promulgated in the science world. I looked into publishing through Archive, which is more or less for the public, but they do require a .edu site to receive from, or they have to screen the entries in some way. I think it's remarkable that they do accept from the public. That is, you're not part of the science industry. And I still could do that because we have a local university just about 5 blocks away from me, where I have contacted the mathematics department, but the mathematician who spoke with me, who had quite a nice Russian accent. I really liked the Russian accent. And I looked him up too. He produces papers. They're journal papers. But the first thing he asked me was, "Whoa, hey, thanks, Tim. I appreciate that comment. Yeah, Eric has really made a name for himself." And I like the way you spelled his name. Typical American. We are not known for our spelling, and who cares? Because he actually, I think he pronounces it Weinstein. It's just Weinstein. But for someone from Europe who has, it's really a German ending, S-T-E-I-N, Stein. I took 4 years of German, so I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. But one of my heroes, Norman Finkelstein, I followed that guy for years without ever having heard his name said by himself. But recently, or relatively recently, I found out that Dr. Finkelstein pronounces his name with the, I guess you'd say, Americanized pronunciation at the end, because his parents had changed it, not because he did. So I was very gratified to know that you always want to pronounce a person's name right. It doesn't really make as much difference, I think, spelling it, because, spelling when it was originally, done, people writing English in England, you spell anything any damn way you wanted. And the I'm very glad you brought up Eric Weinstein, because that guy, I followed him from when he first appeared on the Lex Friedman show. And I really like Lex. You know, I really like these guys. I thought Eric was a very personable character, too. So I would like to say publicly, really just to you, Tim, thank you for being here. But this can be published so people can look at it later. But I don't have any vendetta or anything against any scientist. I'm looking at myself, and this is not appearing. Now there's 3 concurrent viewers, but there's a huge delay. I don't see why. In other words, in the inset, I don't see myself. So I don't know. That's if 3 viewers in the pane, but only 1 concurrent viewer in the settings. Let's see what it says over here in channel content. It says there's 1 live viewer, and there have been 2 views. But it says live now. Big red box in the inset window says live in red. So everything appears to be going fine, except I can't see myself. Except about 2 minutes ago. Oh. Maybe. Pardon me again, I do have asthma. Actually, I'm asthmatic. I'm a victim of the campfire. 6 years ago, going on 6.5 years ago now, I lost my home and all my life's work in Paradise, California, which is just as the raven flies about 5 miles from Chico, where I reside now. I'm looking at myself in this inset window, just looking very puzzled. Oh, God. And it's not even the right one. Okay, that's funny. So, I'm looking at the wrong... Oh, that's because I changed the name. For some reason, this didn't go perfectly at all times. For some reason, instead of... Oh, no, I did forget. I forgot to change the title. So... I'm going to end this stream and start it again, and I think this is actually going to be better. But I have to do this. I'm going to end it now at 7:24. Thank you, Tim. You made my day, man. So I'm going to end this now. But I'll be right back. I can restart this. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, here we go. This will stop. Yes, it will. Okay.